Okay, so today I have a review that's a little different. I am reviewing the Giani Granite countertop paint. And this cost me about $70. I got it at Home Depot online. I'm sure there's other places you can get it, so it may be a little bit difference in price. I got it in the Bombay black color. And the reason that I decided to do this is because we just bought a home that had laminate countertop that was very chipped. There was like at least 10 different chips of varying sizes, both in the counter surface and on the edges. This entire edge had chips along it. And right here was actually the worst, which you can't even really see it anymore. But this whole area was completely gouged out. So I just filled it in with wood filler like they suggested, which is probably what I would have done anyway. And then sand it down smooth. And then just basically follow the instructions. I do recommend that you budget at least 2 days that you can go without your kitchen because there is a curing time between each layer. And it will vary depending on possibly the humidity. The very first layer is the primer layer. And it's like this black chalky color. And it said that it needs a full 8 hours. Mine only needed 6. Just because I have a lower humidity currently in my house. Then after that I was able to sponge on these different colors. You get 3 cans that are about this size. And it gives you instructions how to do each one, but I didn't follow the instructions exactly for the pattern wise. I saw some other folks that had a little less of the gold and a little less of the pearlescent color. I don't know if that's a word. It is now. Pearl color. But I think that it gives it a little more sheen and a little less, I guess, being too dark. It complements my cabinets better because I have lighter cabinets, at least in my opinion. But you can do whatever you want with it. So the second layer with the sponge on requires 4 hours to dry. And then again, each of the clear coat layers require 4 hours. Now the clear coat, it recommends 2 layers. I did do a third. I'm hoping that will hold up better. But as you can see, the size of my kitchen, I was able to cover this entire area with just the one kit. Excuse my sink, I have stuff in the dishwasher. So I was able to cover this entire thing with just the one kit. And that's about the size of many people's kitchen. If you do have a separate island, you may need a second box. I did notice on Giani's website you can also buy things a la carte. So if you need a certain, more of one thing, then you'll be able to do that. I pretty much used every single spare bit of paint for this entire countertop. So there wasn't really anything left over. But I'm hoping that it will hold up well. It's a 24-hour cure time before you can use it to, like, basically just set light things on it to make food. 3 days before you can set anything heavy on it, like a toaster, not heavy, but light things like a toaster. And a full 14 days before I can put my microwave back. So, yeah, it's a long time. But I think that if you really take your time with it, anyone can pretty much do it. You know, it doesn't really stink up the house, which I thought was great. I didn't have to open windows because even though it was nice and cool in here, it was nasty and humid outside. So, that's the Giani countertop paint. Sorry for my dog. In Bombay black. And hope that anyone that's thinking about doing this and isn't quite sure if they're going to be able to make it work, I suggest you give it a try. I was a little nervous at first, but there were tons and tons and tons of reviews and consumer photos of other people that had done it, and most people found that they liked it and that it was lasting. There were a few people that had mentioned that there was peeling and stuff, but I don't think that they allowed the cure time that they're supposed to, maybe. I don't know. But I would say it's totally worth it.